all things. And Yah allowed himself to be treated by Yitzchak. And then what happens? Sarah was with child. Rivka was with child. Very powerful.
Yes, indeed.
And that's what I like, the fact that he called on the Creator and the Creator answered him.
Yes.
Positive manner. Okay? In a positive manner. So, as that's the key point, one of the focus point of this chapter is that she was barren. Okay? And Yitzchak called on his God. And we have issues, we call on our God, even when we don't have issues. And I asked him, listen, I got an issue here, y'all. Can you help me out? I don't have this or that, or I need this. Y'all's our focus. Okay? We focus on our Creator who gives us our needs and even our wants. And I love this part about this chapter. She was barren. She was Akara. And he interceded. He talked to his Creator.
Yes.
And boom, delivered. But now, so she had the pregnancy. Her prayers is answered. She's barren. Now look, 20 years, we're going to find out later. It took him 20 years.
20 years.
So a lot of times when you have a spouse and you're trying to have children, who knows how hard it take. 20 years, we're going to find that it took him to have this child.
And
because all along, he couldn't. And in other cultures, it's grounds for divorce. In other cultures, when that happens, so I can't have children. If it's the woman, okay, it's very deep, especially in the way that the ancients thought. So it was a blessing and an honor to have children. And women who had no children in the ancient times, in these biblical times, they were frowned upon. They were looked at in a bad way, as if they wasn't a woman or they wasn't whole. So this is a very important matter.
Yes,
it was important to Abraham. It's not like, well, I don't have no children, so what? No, that's not the way it goes. It ain't antiquity time. Okay, so this was very important. That Rivka is Akara, and she talks. Of course, they talk about it. What we gonna do, husband? We gotta go pray. All right. She goes to her husband. The husband goes to pray. Look at how this is done on behalf of his wife, on behalf of himself. God gives her an answer. So now that she has so now she's with child. That's good. God says, okay, fine, here. But here's what happened. In 22nd verse, it says what?
And the children struggled together inside her.
And
she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Jehovah.
So now this brings about many books that's written. She was barren. So her husband goes to the Creator and prays. Who knows? Maybe he went with his father, Abraham, talked to his father, who's considered a prophet too, to others, right? He prayed, and the father prayed for who?
Prayed for his wife.
Well, who did Abraham pray for? God said, let his wife, you have his wife, and you better let her go, or you're a dead man. This man's a prophet. All right? He'll pray for you. All right? Remember that? Yeah. Listen. Abraham has connections with the Creator. He said, God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out. And yet, when he was in that situation, God closed up the wounds of those people. And he said, Abraham is a prophet. So it makes sense, I would say, that Isaac can go to God for himself or go to his father and they pray to the Creator. But it says Jehovah was entreated by Isaac. So Isaac went. But a lot of times when you read scriptures, it doesn't mean that person sometimes themselves go, but they go through someone else to get to the Creator. Because Abraham is still alive at this time.
Hey.
But nevertheless, it is for Isaac, on behalf of Isaac and on behalf of Isaac's wife. So now the Creator allowed him, Yitzchak, to be treated.
Hey.
And now she's with child. Problem? It's not a problem, but the issue is now, Yitretsu Habanim, Bekirba. The children struggle, but now it's not just a child. Now it's the children. So she has multiple children. Probably the first that we read about in history of twins.
Yes.
All right. But we don't. It just says the children struggled. Banim, plural. So that lets you know right there. It's not a main. It's not a bot. It's plural. It's not one. They struggled within her. And she said, who said? Rivka asked. What's going on?
What
now? From her parents and her parents, this has never been done or heard of because it was passed down. People talk about things. You know, when my pregnancy, God, was rough pregnancy or this, that, or that. So now it says the children struggle or wrestle. To fight, to wrestle, to struggle, to quarrel inside of her. And she wanted to know, what's going on? So now, here we go again. With Telek, but this time it says the first time Yitzchak went when she was barren. And asked to the Creator, and it happened. But this time now, this pregnancy is ironic to her. And something's going on. She knew it was more than just a physical thing. This is what I'm leading to. This is more than something physical. The physicality is going on within her body, yes, the fighting. But she knows something more to this than what meets the eye. So guess what happens? Telek, she went to get Lidrosh, to get Darasha, to inquire, to look into, to seek out information. It says, to Yehovah.
Okay.
Here's the second part.